Hi everyone, how are we all doing? I hope you're all doing really well. If you're new here, hi, my name's Ashley and I'm a mum to 12. This was going to start off as a little cleaning video, but it's kind of turned into spend a couple of days with me doing bits and bobs while I remember that I'm recording. Yeah, I'm absolutely useless at the minute, but I am willing and I'm trying. So I thought I'll just talk about the questions that I get asked quite a lot regarding my life or who I am, what I've got, that type of thing. The main question I get asked quite a lot is, did I always want a big family? And the honest answer to that is no. I didn't want any children when I was younger, but I got pregnant at 16. I had him when I was still 16. I was like 2 months before my 17th birthday. And I think at the time I was looking for I didn't know who I was, what I was doing. Sorry, I've just done a great big blinking voiceover and it had stopped recording without me realising. So I'll try and remember where I was at. But yeah, I was trying to find my purpose, and as soon as he was born, it's like I felt this is what I was here put on the earth for, to be a mum. To try my hardest to give them a better life than what I experienced. This is me showing you the under the stairs. My husband's been turning it into a little gaming room for the kids. I know it's not massive, but you know it's enough to put like a laptop and some sensory bits in there. But yeah, so I felt like I was looking for a purpose in my life, and I had him, and everything kind of slotted into place. Although the relationship was horrific, mentally, physically, and sexually horrific for many years. I still ended up with 6 children with that relationship, and it got to one night where it was quite a bad attack I was subjected to, and I was basically told to choose. It was him or the children, and I obviously chose my children. I didn't need to be asked twice. They were always my priority, and they always will be. So I got a lot of support. Things were put in place where he weren't allowed to contact, all that sort of thing. So them kids they have zero contact with him. The older ones, it's by their choice now. That's what they've chosen. They don't want to have any contact with him because that's their decision, that's their choice. And obviously I am relieved that that's their choice, and they don't want to be around it because he's not a very nice person to be around, and the children deserve better. And I met my now husband a few years later. He's a few years younger than me. We went to school together, used to play out together without realising who was who at the time. We've been together like 9 years now. Obviously had the other children, married. Things are really good. He's amazing. He took on my other 6 kids, takes them to all their appointments or parents' evenings, helps them out their college work, getting their college placements for work placements that you've got to do to fulfil certain needs of your college place. Helps with all that. He's really supportive, and he is an absolute diamond of a man. And it just goes to show that there's not all men are the same. They are good out there, just like not all women are the same. Not all women think that their children are their world. Some women are quite selfish in the matter and put themselves before their kids. But there is good people in the world, and everyone deserves their happy ending, as corny as that sounds. And I know everyone goes through struggles. I've got a lot of mental health issues myself, and health issues, and a heart condition, and but we do our best, and as long as I'm on this earth, I will always be a good person. I'll help where I can help. I'll be there for whoever needs me to be there, because it's not just about you as a person. Although you've got to look after yourself, you also have a duty to look after others, be it your neighbour, the elderly friend over the road. You've got to do what you can, and it's important to help where you can, because not everybody is able to do these things. And just saying hello to somebody off a morning, and that might be the only person they see that day, and you've made an impact on their lives, a positive one. And I think it's important for people to not concentrate so much on themselves, because a lot of people are quite selfish nowadays, and they're always chasing money and chasing the high life, and it's not all that what it's cracked out to be. I don't believe money's going to make your life easier, but it also brings a lot of shit with it. Just brings a lot of shit with it as well. So I think everyone needs to be appreciative for what they've got, and if you want something, and it's always in your head that you want it, you believe it will happen, and you just have to work towards it. But this is me just tidying up my shit out of the house. I do try my best to keep it tip top. There's a lot of people here. I know there's a toothbrush there because my son, one of my boys, had a shit in the downstairs toilet, as you do, but it absolutely stunk. So my other boy wouldn't brush his teeth out there, so I had to brush him in the kitchen. We do what we do. He's gone to school with brushed teeth and a washed face. Yeah, it happened in the kitchen sink, but it is what it is. My boy started his additional needs school in a few weeks ago, and it was hard at first getting him to go in, because he was very anxious about it, not knowing what was happening and stuff. But now he's been there for a couple of weeks. He goes without any bother. He's not anxious. We talk about his days of what's happened. Like today, on Thursday, he has swimming, and they also do a personal hygiene thing afterwards. So he takes a wash kit with him, so he has a wash afterwards. So that they're teaching him like proper life skills. He has a chromosome duplication, where he's got an extra arm of his chromosome, and so does my Ronnie, but he's also got a severe learning disability where he excuse me, he's got an extremely low IQ, and his understanding is minimal. So he needs a lot, and he's probably going to need me for the rest of my life that I'm on this earth. So I need to get things put in place. Obviously, I plan to be here for many, many years, but if something was to happen to me, and Dan, his stepdad, we're, the boys, obviously all of the children, but the boys are the higher needs ones, the Marley, Ronnie and Charlie. Ronnie is currently going through an EHCPs on a part-time timetable. He is 5 years old. He's meant to start year one in September he was, but he's still only doing an hour at a special adapted place at the school. So he's getting his EHCP put in place. They're doing all the arrangements and the appointments for that. But yeah, as soon as that come through, hopefully the school will get funding for him to be able to get one-on-one teachers, so they'll be able to get more staffing to meet his needs. But obviously there's going to come to a point, because it's mainstream, where he probably won't be able to see his primary school years out there. So he will potentially be going into the same school as my Marley, which, is what it is. And as long as he's getting the support and he goes in happy, because if he doesn't want to go in and it's caused him so much distress and upset and anxiety, he'd be homeschooled, because I'm not inflicting trauma into their lives, because, it plays a great impact for the rest of their lives. I just want to raise happy, healthy, kind children to become happy, healthy, kind adults. That's my aim in parenting, I'm doing my best. I must say, though, I'm sure everybody else is. Since I had my break from YouTube, I was gone for a good 6 months. I had a lot of counselling and all that sort of stuff. Wasn't inflicted by YouTube. That's not what I'm saying. It's like I had a lot of trauma to excuse me, to work through and to manage, and it was a long process. When I originally thought that I had, I was okay, but obviously I wasn't. And then I was getting a lot of trolling with people just leaving shitty comments, and it got to me. But since I've come back, I've kind of grown a thicker skin. I don't care. I don't care what people are saying about me, or what the shitty comments about my food shopping, because I buy processed food, or I buy a lot of chocolate, or I buy a lot of crisp. I don't care what anybody's judgment of them, because my children and my life is no concern to anybody else. Like, concentrate on your own life. All that people need to know and understand is that I'm just a mum, and I'm just trying my best. And if one of my kids is refusing any kind of food all day long, and the only thing he'd say he eat is a chocolate spread sandwich and a pack of Skittles, then I'm going to give my son or my daughter that. I know it ain't the healthiest, but if you've got additional needs children, you will understand that it's hard and it's a battle, and I don't want to make meal times stressful, because then that's going to inflict eating disorders onto the kids, because that's what happened to me when I was younger. I had an eating disorder of early teens, where I used to make myself sick and stuff like that because I got called fat. Or one of my aunties, when we was on holiday, she said to me, "Oh, look at her with a fat belly hanging over her shorts." And I wasn't even fat. I was just a normal teenager. I weren't stick thin. I had puppy fat, but you shouldn't subject people to that kind of talk, because it's not benefiting anyone. And if it makes you feel better by demeaning and looking down, or what's the word I'm trying to look for? If it makes you feel better making other people feel like shit, then you're just a shit person. You are a shitty person if that's your mentality of trying to belittle people and talk down to them all the time. I think you need to be positive in life, and that's what I've become. I've become positive. I'm grateful for every morning that I see, or every sunset that happens in the sky. I live in a little council house, on a little council estate, but I am grateful and I appreciate everything that I've got. And I ain't got much, but I've got my kids, and I've got my husband, and I've got a roof over my head, and that makes you the richest person in the world, by having these things. That's me just being a soppy bitch, but I just feel that everybody needs to be more positive in life, because it is too short. It can be taken away from you just like that in a split second. You might not even wake up tomorrow morning. And that's because, and what's the last thing you thought about is you've gone as, you've, I don't know, you was horrible to Malcolm down the road, or you didn't say hello to the lady over the road, or you walked past a woman who was struggling up the hill with her shopping bags and you just walked past without helping. You know, you just need to be a better person. We need to be better. We need to think positive and be kind, because the world needs more kindness. And I think it's important that we don't just dwell on all the things that we haven't got. You need to take a step back and look at all the things that you have got, because life is good and life is what you make it. And as soon as you appreciate all the little things, I promise life will be so much better for you all. But I'm coming to the end of the video now, and I will add a few pictures tonight of, excuse me, the finished article of like how it looked at the end. That was my socks in my bed. But yeah, I will do a few pictures towards the end of this. Sorry, Sophie's crying. I'll be right back. Sorry, there was a bee in the front room, so I had to... Well, she says it was a bee. I don't think it was a bee. But anyway, she's fine. So this is me just finishing up. I will add some pictures of how it looks at the end of the day, because it don't always last. Obviously, you tidy up, it's like you tidy up one room, you turn around and it's a mess again. But you know, I just keep going, keep working through. As long as it's not dirty, I don't mind it being messy. As long as it's not dirty, we can learn to live with the other little things. You just need to appreciate the time that you got with your kids being little, making mess, because they ain't always going to be doing this. Sorry, something fell off the cupboard. But yeah, they ain't always going to be little and making mess and drawing on your furniture and painting your walls with a Dairy Lee dunker. They grow up, and then you're left doing an empty house without anybody, and which is probably enough reason why I had so many kids, because I thought that's all I could be. That's like all I could be was a mother. But since I've met my husband and had a good man in my life, I know that I'm not just a mother. I'm also a person. I'm also a wife. Also a friend. And there is life after wiping arses, and I'm looking forward to that life. But I'm also not wishing my life away that I've got currently. And sorry if you've got a foot phobia. My little manky old trotters appear in this video quite often, but it's hard to not get your foot in full view sometimes, so I do try. But anyway, I will insert some pictures towards the end, and if you've made it this far, I really appreciate you listening to me mumbling. And I am trying to build my channel, so any tips or pointers or things that you'd like me to do or see or not do, just leave me a comment or something, and I will try and work with it, because my views have been pretty shocking at the minute, and I am trying better. I will be doing like where you do a vlog every day in October, and then in December I will be trying to do that, because you know, we've got to build up the pennies. I'm just a one-woman band at the minute doing these YouTube channels, and I'm just trying to get myself a bit of pocket money, and I appreciate everything that I've got and so far, but I appreciate everyone watching and leaving a comment, and you know, I'm just jibber jabbering. But thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye.